Hey everyone. I've never been one for openings, but you know, as they say, it is what it is. Um, yeah, welcome. I wanted to make an update tonight on just kind of the state of things and just how things are regarding the channel, gaming, and everything. Those of you who know me very well have kind of been keeping up with everything, including my hand conditions and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just want to make a video going over the channel isn't dead, updates for the future. Yeah, Grimm Eclipse is on the screen. We'll talk about that. But I don't script my videos, so I do have an outline here of things to talk about though. To make sure I touch on everything. We'll start with hands. So for those of you who don't know, for the past few years, I've been fighting pretty severe hand pain, and it's just gotten worse. I won't share too much private information, but doctors have attempted to give me certain solutions. None of the solutions have worked. We can't identify all the problems, things like that. So, for a while, that definitely stagnated how much I play games, and just kind of how I go about gaming. And I mean, it led to me basically stopping playing a game like Eclipse and just kind of cutting out content in general. So, I mean, I have attempted some stuff since the hand pain started. At first, it even left and went away, but as the years have gone by, it's just not only come back, but it's basically like feels permanent. It's very easy to feel, and I've been able to play less and less games to the point where nowadays I basically don't really play anything that's recordable. Like I would do a stream of Venus Vacation or One Piece Bounty Rush every so often over on Twitch, but nothing major. So the truth is, I don't have a positive update on that. My hand pain is still around, and for a while, it's given me trouble because I'm someone who likes to really like put time into games and attempt to learn them well. I think competitive is necessarily the wrong word. Like I guess I used to be like a really long time ago, but it is much more about it's much more about like learning the game and having a good time with it. But that does come with putting time, like investment into it, and a lot of work on the hands. So yeah, that's kind of gone. I mostly play like gachas, mobile games. Every now and then I'll play like a casual game on a console or computer. Like I did play Venus Vacation Prism. I really actually want to make a video about that game and give my thoughts on it because I think it's quite a great visual novel. But maybe another time, maybe another video. We'll see how things go. But I just wanted to put that out there for those of you wondering, why is there no uploads except the occasional like 5 minute speedrun? It's because I can only do a 5 minute speedrun on a really good day, and I'm even trying to phase those out. And I think I haven't really posted a run in like a few months, and the one I did like a few months ago was like a 3 minute DOA 6 run. So I think that kind of gives off the feeling and the idea behind everything. Okay. So why am I making this video? Is it just to talk about my hands? I mean, partially I thought it was fair to give everyone an update. But beyond that, uh, there are two things I want to talk about, and they both revolve around what the future of the channel is and what I will be doing in the future. So, yeah, I kind of mentioned I won't be doing many speedruns. As much as I would love to keep speedrunning, there's like one or two runs I've been interested in learning that are very short runs, but we're talking like it needs to be sub 7 minutes reliably. So outside of things like that, and I don't know if I really have the energy and the time to learn them. I guess maybe let me touch on that as well. I'm working on a PhD degree, so outside of my hands, it's not like I have too much time around. I do research, I do schoolwork, so my schedule is pretty full. Also limiting my time and making it hard to, make content. I technically never made content. A lot of the content on this channel was just, stream highlights. But in some ways, for example, right, like hosting a community event or helping to host one when those were done, in combination with people like Blake, um, you know, those it's like the effort going into the hosting was partially what resulted in a video going uploaded, right? Because The actual video was recording the community event, but the setup, getting everyone together, doing all of that, right? Or when I do runs, I kind of just record them for the sake of recording my runs. So it has been a minute since I've made content, but again, for those of you who follow me, um, listen, I said what I said in that fighting game video a few years ago about how Multiverses was the start of predatory fighting games, and yeah, that aged well. Saying it aged well is a difficult sentence because I wish it hadn't aged well. It aged poorly in the sense of fighting games and monetization around them aged poorly, but I guess I predicted it, which kind of sucks. But anyway, so yeah, without meaning to go on a tangent or a rant, I'm sorry, y'all are here looking at Pyrrha. Here, you can just move around maybe. Let me move around. But yeah, without going on too long of a rant or anything, I think a big part of just what I wanted to do today was talk about Grimm Eclipse. It's kind of the game I built my channel on, and it's just really fun. I like it. I love it. This is my favorite area in the game. For those who don't know me, it's this little tree right here with the flowers flipping into the rock. What a cool and unique area. Yeah. Okay. What are the plans for this channel? I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in the title. I haven't fully decided it yet, but it's going to be something along the lines of returning to Grimm Eclipse, question mark. Like that will probably be part of the title. And the answer is yes. I know it comes very weird with all the setup I just did where my hands hurt and I don't have time. And that's because I won't be returning in the same way. A lot of you know me because I attempt to do cool stuff in this game. And when I say cool because I mean, I don't always speedrun, right? And in many cases, I don't know. I just some people have asked me actually why I don't do like many of the regular speedrun categories. I don't find it fun grinding for RNG and just learning super specific spawns that only matter in like just yeah, basically just learning this. I mean, everyone kind of knows the spawns if you play long enough, but I mean, kind of like the perfect speedrun part of it. I don't know how to explain it, right? Like, a big part of the run comes down to learning the spawns, learning when to reset, and just that. And that's kind of not what I enjoy. That's the thing I enjoy least about Grimm Eclipse, is just resetting for good RNG. It's the last game I wanted to reset on. I just kind of enjoyed playing most of this game. So that has always resulted in me either doing, like, speedruns with, like, some challenge in them, outside of, like, my 2P runs with Alterna. But and even then, like the categories we run most were not the main 2B category. And I'm so sad we never got to do no abilities, no turrets, Fords 2B. Oh, we were close. We were very close, but never worked out. Of course, it's because we wanted to do it deaths. So death meant reset the whole run. And, yeah, being 3 stages in, like Mountain Run, like last difficult stage of the run was up. 9 or 10, and it's like, okay, well, it is what it is. But nevertheless, I think overall, it's just a pretty fun game, and it's kind of what I was hinting at, is that I'm not going to be playing it the same way I was. I'm not going to be playing it as intensively. I think for the longest time, I was phased because I realized that I can't play this game anymore when my campaign started, and I was perfectly willing to give it up. I think health over everything, especially when it's just giving up a game for it. But I came to realize over the years I don't have to give up the game. I think it was just difficult for me to accept playing this game without doing all the cool tech and everything I had put in the time into learning, basically, and what I had devoted myself to. Also, like, helping put in the community and making guides on and all that kind of stuff. And just kind of locking myself out of that felt to me like not playing the game at the time. So I was like, oh, I can never play this game again because I'll never be able to do stuff like that again, right? I mean, you saw me, like, cancel twice and maybe jump, but yeah, I'm not gonna attempt to move as fast as I used to. This is not very fast, and even then I should just probably be moving around like this for my hands, and that is probably how I will be going forward. Regardless, yeah, so after a lot of time and just thinking about the game more and feeling nostalgic, talking to a lot of people I used to play with. Yeah, I made the decision that when my hands feel good, I can play this game for a bit. Again, not as significantly and seriously as I used to, and I probably won't be able to do the challenge runs I used to. But to me, I think this has come full circle, and it's paired with the fact that it's my how I understand and enjoy games has changed. I think around the late 2010s when I was really grinding a lot of these games. I mean, it's not like I wasn't having fun. I think grinding Grimm Eclipse and becoming a good player in this game has been some of the most fun I've ever had with a video game. It actually ruined how much I could enjoy other video games for years to come. But I think I also lost, not from Grimm Eclipse specifically, but from all the fighting games I got into, from any speedruns I did at the time, and just kind of how I viewed many of my favorite games. I think I lost the whimsy that comes with just, putting a cartridge into your Switch, for example, and playing a visual novel or a casual platformer, and just being like, okay, I played enough, right? I played a run of the game. Maybe you didn't even play a full run of the game, right? You played for 20 hours and you had your fun with the game, you enjoyed it, and it was a great experience, and you want to leave it at that. And I think that I lost that kind of whimsy that comes with the discovery and the new experience, and with accepting that not everything needs to have the depth that Grimm Eclipse does. And over the past years, thanks to a lot of people in my life, I think I've been able to rediscover that passion for gaming in a new way. Because even though this past year I've played less games than any other year prior, I still felt very happy, and perhaps more happy than ever doing so. And I've really come to appreciate the games I love, and just in general, games for fun in new ways over these past years. So, in some ways, the way I had to change my lifestyle to accommodate for my hand pain helped me also change my views on some of these topics. I think that's what it comes down to. So in that regard, I will be returning to Grimm Eclipse. I'm sorry for the still background imagery. I kind of wanted to have my camera on, but decided against it. I don't really put my... People who know me know I don't put my camera on outside of very, very rare scenarios. I appreciate you all sticking here and listening to me talk about the channel. So, maybe I put a disclaimer that this is just kind of like a 15-minute video of me talking about stuff when at the start of the video or something. So, so that's kind of it. I'll be returning, and what does that entail? Sorry, I need to tap out of the game to pull up my notes. Okay, I did want to mention, I won't be doing challenge runs probably. There's one challenge run I kind of want to do that's whole point it's doable without animation canceling. But that's beyond the point. I don't know when that's going to come and if I'll do it. Yeah, and second of all, I want to focus more on supporting the community, joining games for fun. I mean, a big part of what I did on here always was host community events, make guides. And I do want to continue going down that route. I had to leave for a while, and again, it wasn't just the hand pain, of course. At this point, since I stopped seriously playing Grimm Eclipse, I've finished my undergrad degree, I've gotten a master's, and I'm on my third degree in a row. That came with a lot of work and a lot of time, effort needed on my end that I could not devote to side things like gaming and making guides and hosting events and so forth. It's not gonna get much better than here, but I've definitely come to accept how I manage my time, and I think I've gotten much better at it. So at least this should allow me to work on some resources for the community, some events, maybe looking long term. There's right now I want to work with a friend to attempt to fix the 16-player mod. I can't promise any results, but we will do our best. So with all of that said, I think it really comes down to just, that's kind of what I want to do. Those who know me, those who follow me, if you all ever want to hop on any games, let me know. That said also, this summer will be a bit weird. I won't have access to my main gaming laptop for most of the summer. This potentially also comes with I won't be posting as many videos. It's funny to say, hey, I'm back, and then just not post videos for like 3 months. I'll attempt to make a few Grimm Eclipse videos. I actually have some great ideas for videos that don't involve full-on gameplay, and there's just cool videos I'd like to make. But I will be around on the Switch version, so feel free to ping me. Speedrun Discord, community Discord, either or. DMs if you're a good friend. You always know where to find me. Yeah, please feel free to ping me for games always. And I'll be hanging around on the Switch version this summer probably. Speaking of, do I think the Nintendo Switch 2 will bring in new players? There's always a chance. I mean, Viz Media is probably going to resurrect the anime in some capacity, which should bring with it like some new player base. As always, whenever a new season drops, we have a small influx of players. So, do I think a lot of them will go to Switch? I've actually seen a good enough split of players heading to the definitive edition. And while it's objectively the worst version to speedrun, and it's the worst version to try to get good at the game in, it has its charm. I think Switch is a very friendly and chill system, and native local co-op always has some advantages. So, as a casual introduction to the game, I think it does a good job, as much as I dislike the way Asper handled it, and I haven't really made a video on my thoughts of the port, because when it came out, I was really focused on trying to get my feedback directly to Asper through their social media, through their Discord. I think they had a support tickets open at the time, and I even got directly to talk to one of the people who worked on the game. None of the feedback got through. Basically, none of the bugs were patched, and the control scheme stayed the way it was. But by the time we figured out nothing will happen, I also had kind of lost the motivation to do a full video on it. It was old news by that point. So anyway, I think that summarizes most of the discussion topics I wanted to touch on. So yeah, I'll be around in Grimm Eclipse. Maybe not the exact same way I always was, in terms of doing challenge runs, and even if you see me online, I probably won't be able to stick it out for a full campaign run. Like, chances are when I do play, I will be staying within that 20-minute mark, and obviously I can't do that every day. I still need to accommodate for my hand pain. So if you do catch me around, I probably will be leaving earlier than you're used to, and earlier than most players, as well as, I won't be on as often, obviously, as I used to be, but I'm glad to be back. I'll definitely be more active in the Discords as well. I am working on some guides and content like that as well. I have no estimate. I thought my full game guide back in the day would only take me like a few months to do. It ended up being 2 years, and I didn't even get to include everything I wanted it in. So, guides take time. But I am cooking up something. I'll say that. So, anyway, y'all, thank you for listening in. I really hope I was able to provide some updates about the future of this channel, where I've been for so long. Just kind of have some discussion. I know a lot of you haven't heard from me in a really good minute, so yeah, thanks for tuning in, I guess, and hope this update was exciting news for all. And as always, if you ever want to play games or just talk to me, you know where to find me. Hope you all have a good day.